Hello, hello, hello. Can we see? Can we see? Can we see? I'm just going to check that we are live on Facebook. We are. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. We are live and direct. This is Let's Cook with Yvonne and Lyndon. We're the Inspired Diabetic. I want to thank you guys for joining us this afternoon. As we are about to start, do us a favour and do yourself a favour. Like, share and subscribe. If you are on YouTube, welcome, welcome, welcome. Share, subscribe and click the bell so you get the notifications every time that we are on the Let's Cook cooking show. And if you are on Facebook, if you are on YouTube, we want to welcome you this afternoon. We have a treat in store for you, a treat. So now that all the technical stuff's happened and is working, I am now going to bring in Lyndon. Good afternoon, Lyndon. Good afternoon, good afternoon. How are we? We are live on Facebook, live on YouTube, and I am welcoming the chef of the hour.
Oh, brilliant. Of the hour. And I'm with the lady of the hour, 100%. Hey, it's all good. All... Sorry?
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I'm very good. I'm very, very well. I'm very good.
Good, good, good. So, Lyndon, tell us what you've got in store for us today.
What I've got in store today, yeah, is a TID, the Inspired Diabetic kebab platter. Because I know a lot of people, when they go out to have a meal, sometimes they go to certain restaurants, they want to have like a kebab, or if you're doing a barbecue, and like now it's summertime, and young people, they want to have a barbecue. So I'm just going to give them some ideas of what they can do for kebabs. Yeah, okay. And also, I'm going to be doing a superfood salad, quinoa salad as well, with some good ingredients in it. So to give them that energy while they're still having a good barbecue, you know. So that's what the goal is today. And I'm going to do a combination of meat. I'm going to do a prawn one, vegetarian, and a cheese one as well. So depending on who you are, what you are, I'm just showing you how you can put it all together, but you don't have to cook it all together. You can do it separately.
Okay, lovely. It sounds absolutely divine. So are we ready to start cooking?
Yeah, I'm ready to start cooking when you guys are.
Okay, so let's cook. Let's do
cook.
it.
Okay. So the first thing we're going to do, yeah, we're going to get a grill. I'm doing a small grill today. Normally we have this done outside on a barbecue, nice barbecue grill. But I'm doing it in the house today just to show you guys. So one of the things that I'm going to be doing first is the thing that's going to cook longer, the longest to cook. So I'm going to start off with the prawn kebab. And basically with the prawn kebab, when you're doing anything like this, preparation is probably the most important part of getting everything prepped, so you know exactly what you got together. So when you're putting it together, you know how it's going to look. So for example, I'm doing the prawns one here. I've got my prawns here. I've got a lime there. I've got pepper and pineapple. And the combination that I've got here, normally you put the hardest thing on last. With the pineapple, you can keep the core on, a bit of the core, because the core, you can help it and it will secure it. Then after that, you can put a couple of prawns on. What I've got marinated in prawns, I've got garlic, lemon in the prawns. Yeah, so you don't have to, you can do small prawns, you can do mini ones, whatever you want. Okay, so you got a couple of prawns on there. So prawns, pineapple. And the reason why I've done it with prawns and pineapple, for some reason, for a very long time, I've always done it with pineapple. And the pineapple and the prawns, the combination of that flavor is something else. I don't know, there's something very, very refreshing about it. So with the prawn, I'm gonna do I'm gonna put a lime on it. Yeah, the lime is just something that you can do for yourself. Just cut the lime, that's what you gotta do, is cut the lime, just cut into a wedge. Yeah, And then when you do the lime, just do it at the end, so it kind of just wedges everything on. It will. So just push it through like that, and it just holds everything together. So that's the prawns one. You can have it out like that, prawn pepper, and it's nicely marinated already with the garlic. So with the prawns, it's nice to get them marinated a day before. Yeah. So try and get it as flat as possible, because sometimes you've got the different shapes. So when you've got different shapes, they'll cook at different times. So some of it may cook, some of it may not cook all at the same time. So with that where you get a day where it's rained out and you're going to do a barbecue indoors, you can do exactly the same thing, but stick it in the oven. All right. As you can see, I've got the pineapple peeled already. The pineapple's done. But what I've done with the skin, yeah, the pineapple is very, very good for the digestive system. So instead of wasting the pineapple skin, because a lot of people like to have pineapple drink juices, what I used to do is put some star anise in. Yeah. So put some star anise in. That's what the star anise is done. Yeah. The star anise is good for your lungs, to clear your system. I've got some nice cloves as well. So put some cloves in there as well. And the cloves adds a nice flavor to it. So some cloves. And my number one baby, which I love, and you all know that I love, some cinnamon. Some cinnamon there. And then just pour your water on. And just boil that down to a juice. Okay. That may be finished by the time we're finished today, but if not, you can let it cool down. And then if you want to sweeten it with anything, you can sweeten it with honey. If you prefer to have sugar in it, put some sugar in it, some molasses in it. It totally depends on you. Okay, so the next one we're going to be working on now is the chicken and sausage one. I specifically done a chicken and sausage one because I personally like this one as a combination. The sausage what I'm doing today is a Polish sausage. And for some reason, for many years, I've been going to Poland and I just love their sausages. So I've always incorporated their sausages into my kebabs. So I love it. I don't know, they're nice, they're juicy. When you cook them, there's not a lot of oil that comes out of them either. So which is nice. But you know, sometimes when you're on a barbecue and you put the chicken or your sausage on, a lot of oil comes out of it. And because the oil comes out of it, what you're gonna find is that it goes onto the coal, and then it causes a lot of smoke and it causes a lot of fire. So therefore your food is not actually cooking, it's just changing color. So with this one, what I'm gonna do, I've got my chicken, which I've marinated already in barbecue sauce. So with the chicken, you can barbecue it with any flavors that you want. It's up to you, any flavors that you prefer. Okay. With the onion, I've got the onion there. I'm using red onion because I like the sweetness of the red onion. And what is red onion, guys? You know what it is all about? Flavonoid. So red onion's a flavonoid food as well. So what I like to do, keep the core on the onion. So when it cooks, it stays together. So the onion is probably one of the first things I put on. If you don't like onion, you don't have to have it on there. You can have it big like that because once you start to cook it, it will shrink. It will definitely shrink. So it depends on what you like to do when you're doing it. You can have different of colors. So try and keep the different colors as separately as possible. So I've got the onion. So I'm gonna go with the chicken next. Chicken, and because I've got a red onion there, I won't go with red. I'm gonna go with a different color, which is green. Yeah. Then I'm gonna put a bit of sausage on there. Okay. Bit of chicken. And don't forget, you can have the small ones as well. You can do mini ones as well. I'm gonna do a large one today. Just spread it out like that as you go. So you got the chicken, and then have a bit of sausage, red pepper. Yeah, and then what I'm going to do is finishing off with a mushroom. I'm leaving the core of the mushroom on. I'm just taking a bit of it off so that when I put it on, I'm going to go through the core of the mushroom because that's a hard part. Because normally with the skewers on the mushroom starts to shrink. It will. So with that done, that's all done. That's one kebab like that. You can make it smaller. that could go on there like that. Turn the prawn ones over. Okay, so just let that cook slowly. So that's the chicken and sausage one. So as you may know, we're doing a lot of foods with a combination of health and nutrition, and that's what we've been doing for the last few weeks, doing a lot of stuff which is healthy. I know a lot of people are not, people are vegetarian, they're not meat eaters, but sometimes, you know, we just go through the motions where we just want to do something different, and this is what we're doing today, doing something different, doing something to help people, please people. So that's what it's all about. So if people are still meat eaters, don't blame them, that's how they are. If they're not meat eaters, don't worry about it, that's for them to decide. So the next one I'm going to be doing is a vegetarian one, because a lot of people say, Lyndon, you can talk vegetarian stuff. So in the next few weeks, I'm going to be planning to be doing some more vegetarian cooking to appease some people. So with the vegetarian one, what I've gone for today, I'm going for, where's my onion? So I'm going for white onion, then I'm going for pepper, aubergine, courgette, pepper, another bit of onion, yeah, and at the end there, another pepper. So you've got your kebab lined out like that. So once you've got everything in order, you just build them. It just makes it more easier. And especially if you're doing it with somebody as well, when you're doing it with somebody and you say, oh, because if you're in the kitchen, say, listen, I want you to make this kebab to me. This is how I want it done. Just put everything in order for them to know exactly how they want. So also it helps with presentation. So what I'm going to go with, I'm going with a white onion. And as you know, white onions are good for you. So with white, I've still got the core on there. I've got with the pepper. And also with the aubergine. With aubergine, yeah, it's tend to be very dry. So what I recommend you to do is marinate this maybe for a couple of hours. I've marinated that with some fresh herbs, garlic, and just leave it so that the oils absorb into it. Yeah. And one of my secret ingredients as well is sun-dried tomatoes. I just love sun-dried tomatoes. Yeah. So sun-dried tomatoes on there. I haven't marinated anything else because what I've got to do, I've got a separate marinade which I'm going to put on top. It goes on there. This is wonderful. I think I can put another aubergine on, 2 aubergines. But don't forget, you could do mini ones as well. They don't have to be this big, you could do mini ones. Pepper. And white onion. Always try and end with either something that's thick, like the white onion, or with a mushroom. Is that the oven again? That's indoor cooking for you. Indoor cooking. Sorry?
Are you burning the house down?
Yeah. Not yet.
Not yet. You got the alarm going again.
Alarm's going again. So with the kebab one, the vegetarian one, just put some oil on it. Nappa some oil on it. There's nothing wrong with that. A little bit, just to add some flavor to it. But don't forget your marinade's got you've got a bit of salt, pepper in there. You got your herbs in there, and you could do it like that, and just put it on a grill. Yeah. So that's all good. I'm very happy with that. The juice is bubbling nicely. Kebabs are going. Okay. So with the vegetarian one, I'm going to do the cheese one, and the cheese that I'm using is halloumi cheese. Okay. And with the halloumi cheese, you can marinate this as well with some of the same veg oil. Yeah. But for some reason, we've done in some of the restaurants I've worked with, they've done halloumi kebabs, and they are so nice. I've never used to be a cheese person, to be honest with you. But when I started to work in this kitchen, they had halloumi kebabs on the menu, and I started to implement that into my barbecues as well. So I'll just do a range because halloumi is very nice. to be honest with you, I prefer the halloumi when it's done in the oven for some reason at a hot temperature.
Is there any
And when
other
it's done,
type of cheese that you can use, Lyndon?
I think not really, because you could use the mozzarella cheese, but the mozzarella cheese melts too much. This is why the halloumi cheese is a harder cheese. You
Yeah.
can, because a lot of other cheese, they tend to melt. They do. So, and because you're giving a good portion of it, what we do then, we just give them a nice selection on a skewer.
Okay.
Because like the vegetarians, a lot of them then complain that they're not eating much, but they're paying a lot for the same thing, for the meat. So
I know a lot of people are not fans of. I know there are lots of people who are a fan of halloumi cheese, but equally there are people who are not. So I just wanted to know if there was an alternative.
yeah, to be honest with you, there's lots of cheese on the market, but I just found that the halloumi one is when you cook it, it stays nice and firm. It does. It stays nice and firm. It really, really does. Yeah, and I just like halloumi cheese nowadays as well, which is very, very nice. I'm not to be honest, I'm not really a big cheese fan, but there's some cheeses you got to try. As a chef, you have to try different things in the kitchen. That's one of the things that I tried and which I enjoyed. So the next thing we're going to do on the menu today while this lot's cooking is very, very nice. Just think if this was outside in a barbecue now under the coal, it'd be so much nicer. But we'll do that once we come through the lockdown, probably end of the year, probably next year, summertime. We'll do it like that. We will. But as you can see, what I like about these, you've got the colors, got nice colors incorporated into that, you know. And if you just wanted to do like a straight pepper one, this is what I do, because I like the orange peppers as well. They're just straightforward pepper, sweet pepper, kebab. So some people, this is what some people are like, you know. So don't think you have to do certain things in a certain way. Be creative. See, just look at the colors on that. So once you got it onto the plate, it's going to look appetizing. It does. It looks appetizing and it's going to taste nice as well. Regarding seasoning for your meats or for your fishes, you could do the same thing. You could do the fish. You could do a fish kebab with something like salmon or mackerel or something like that. But some of these fishes, they're soft. So when you cook them, they break away very easily. So you have to be very, very careful. You do. Be very, very careful. One thing I love about this halloumi as well, it gives a nice brown color once it's cooked. It does. Nice brown color. Excellent. So, right. I'm going to move on to the superfood salad, which I'm doing today. The quinoa superfood salad. I've cooked off my quinoa earlier on today. Yeah. I cooked it off in a bit of veg stock, so that once you've got the quinoa itself, it's got some flavor in it. And that's one of the things. Because with quinoa, it hasn't got much flavor. It hasn't. So what I'm going to put into my quinoa today, for the superfood, I'm going to put some chia seeds in it. This is what the chia seeds look like if it's dry. Some people like to just put it into their salads dry, and I've done that before. Or what you can do, you can soak it, and when you soak it, it goes like gooey and it looks slimy. But then again, when it's like that, it's more edible. It is. It's much more edible. So with that said, I'm just going to drain the chia seeds off as much as fun. It's thick, so it'll come through anyway, eventually. Yeah. So I just want to drain that water off, because the water, there's not much flavor in the water, but it'll come through though. So this is the kind of salad, the quinoa salad is the kind of salad that's going to give you energy. Yeah, it's energy, refreshing, nutritional as well, and a very, very good complement or alternative to rice. It is. So as you can see, it's coming through. Okay, so a lot of that water's come off now. Okay. So when you're making it, just see if you've got enough in there, just by checking it. Have a look. So the chia seeds in it. Don't worry too much about the look. at the moment with the chia seed. But what I've got, one of my personal preferences is sweet corn. I love my sweet corn. And what I'm going to be doing today, I'm going to be putting a bit of moringa in it. Yeah, moringa is full of nutritional bodies, very high in vitamin. Yeah, and the moringa, you can get the moringa from my website. If you go onto the inspireddiabetic.com, you'll be able to get moringa on my website on the shop page. You can. So I have moringa a lot because it's good for the blood sugars as well. It helps with reducing the blood sugar. Just gonna mix that in there. And also, I'm gonna be putting a bit of turmeric in there as well. This is personal preference. Yeah, turmeric is good for your blood sugars as well. It's good for your metabolism, for your mind, your body, and your spirit. So you don't need much, just need a small amount to go in there. Just give that a mix. So I get the turmeric in there early so that it kind of breaks down, it kind of absorbs into the thing. And see, you got the chia seeds in there, but you don't even see it. But if I was to put chia seeds, just sprinkle it on like that, you'll see it. But you can sprinkle someone afterwards as well. So what I'm going to put in there as well, I've got some olives. I'll put some olives in there because I love my olives. So the olives, it's got the nice strong flavor and it's still looking good. So olives, I'm going to put a bit of garlic in there with my baby. And with the garlic, you're using plenty of garlic. A lot of people are using plenty of garlic now, ginger, cloves, all to break down, help you with your immune system, to build your immune system. Yeah, and help to clear your chest if you've got any colds or anything like that. So that's the garlic in there. And I'm using a fresh beetroot as well. Beetroot's good for the blood, for the circulation of the blood. It is. So you're getting a combination of different foods here today on one menu. And when you go to a restaurant or stuff like that, some people, they have a meat platter like I'm doing today, but they have smaller kebabs. They do all in smaller portions. They do. So you can order something like that. And I personally like to have a selection of foods. You know, when you're going out, sometimes have something which is very selective, so you can have different flavors, different textures when you're eating a meal. So if anybody ever wants to take me out to a buffet. That's my favorite. Yeah, Chef Lyndon, we're going out today. Where we're going? We're going for a buffet. That's what I'd like to hear. Okay. How's these kebabs doing? Look at the color. Look at them. Look at that. Look at that. Brilliant. Look at that. They're all cooking nicely. So, and if you want to add a bit of more oil onto it here, like in a vegetarian one, you can. Just like that. Just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. Not so much. Otherwise, you're going to cause a lot of smoke like I'm doing now. But if you're outdoors on a barbecue, that's fine. And that drink's coming along nicely as well. Okay. But with the beetroot now, don't try and mix it too much. Otherwise, you're going to put a lot of the color of the red into the salad, into the quinoa, sorry. So that's that. Then I've got, I'm going to put some radishes in there. Remember last week we've done some stuff with radishes. And radish is very good for you as well. And radish is like, it's got like a sharp flavor to it, which just adds to the salad. Do some slices. when we have buffets, we use the radishes. We do like flowers from the radishes. We do a few things with it to make it look nice and fancy. So with the radishes, what we used to do, or we still do, we take the radishes like that, cut the bottom off, and then we just make little slivers like that around it. Oops. Just make knife marks into it. And then we just put it into water. Then after a period of time, we just put it into some water. And then afterwards, it just opens up like a flower. That's what we used to do. And we still do for garnishes. We see how long that takes to open up. So that's the radishes, lovely salad. This is going to be a lovely salad. Any questions, Yvonne?
No questions yet, Lyndon. No questions yet.
Excellent.
But I'm just looking at what you're doing with that radish.
Sorry?
I'm looking at what you've just done with the radish there.
Yeah.
So, because I wouldn't have thought of putting that in to the mix. So that's because radish can be quite hot, can't it?
Yeah.
I like pepper, so I don't know why I've never thought about adding that in.
Yeah, sometimes people just eat it by itself as well. So also what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some zest of lemon in there. And as you know, the lemon is good for your internal fat. It is. So what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to build this all onto one plate. I am as one meal as it goes out for one person, but as small kebabs. I will. So the kebabs are looking good. So it doesn't take much time. This is easy, beautiful. Okay, so you can just put some juice of the lemon juice in. Put a bit of cracked pepper in there. I'm using some sea salt today, a bit of sea salt. And I'm going to be just using some olive oil to enhance the flavor. A bit of olive oil in there. You can put avocado oil, sesame oil, walnut oil, any kind of oils that you personally like. Okay, so that's salad. With any salad that you're making, you should always taste it. So once I have to do some more lemon. Put a bit more lemon in, more tiny. Those kebabs are done perfectly. And also with a salad like this, you could put other seasonings in there that you fancy. Seasonal, you put fresh herbs in it as well. Okay. And when you're doing stuff like this, find the ingredients that you personally like. See, when you're coming away from rice and you're used to eating rice all the time, what you're going to find is that when you start to eat different foods, you're wondering what else can I do? What else can I add to it? And this is what happened with a lot of people. So what I'm saying, the best thing to do is find out what ingredients you like. Yeah, find a selection of ingredients you like, make a list of them, write them down, and then we can start creating something with it. You know, this is what I'm saying. If anyone got anything at home in your cupboards that you think you don't know what you'd like to do with it, send us a message, and let's see if we can help you. That's better. You know what? I just tasted a bit of olive there, and you know, it reminds me. I'll put a bit more olive in. Oh, that olive's out to taste is very, very nice. Awesome. Okay. So that's that. Look at those kebabs. So, was that small? Okay. So if anybody out there, you want to see if your kebabs, the meat, especially the meat one, you've got to make sure the meat is cooked. Just cut inside of it. Have a quick look to see what it's like. And as long as it's not pink, it's white like that, that is cooked. That is cooked. Vegetables, you can eat vegetables al dente. Al dente means they're still crunchy, but this has got a nice color on it. Look at that, beautiful. And then you can see the halloumi cheese. And that is lovely, nice and soft. You see the halloumi cheese at the beginning, it's very hard. You see that's hard, so you can't press it in as much. But you see this, see how soft it is now? That means it's done. You see the difference? So I'm pressing it, it doesn't go in, it just goes in nicely. So for the vegetarians who like cheese, that's the halloumi one. For the vegetarians who like total vegetarian, here's your vegetarian kebab here. Yeah, which is awesome. Nice colors on there. And then you got your chicken one as well. Then on the side here, we've got the prawn one. Once, to be honest with you, you really, if you like prawns, if you like pineapple, you must try this one. The pineapple and the prawn. See that on it? That's where the pineapple has caramelized. Yeah, the pineapple has caramelized. So that means the sweetness is coming out of the pineapple. So the sweetness of the pineapple, yeah, and the prawn, second to none. Awesome, very, very nice. Okay, that's a salad. All right, so the last thing we're going to be doing now, I'm going to do the cleanse drink. Yeah, I'm going to do a cleanse drink, and the drink that I'm going to do now is a drink that I heard about on the radio not too long ago on a friend of mine, Stephen Sally's station. Yeah, and this drink is a drink that's going to help to cleanse the body. And the reason why I'm going to do this drink, yeah, because some people, when you're eating fish, a lot of people are worried about the parasites that you're going to get from the fish. So what I'm going to do, what I found out that they said watermelon and pumpkin seeds, yeah, watermelon and pumpkin seed will help take the parasites out of your body, yeah. So what I've got here, my melon. This melon is juicy lemon, juicy melon. Okay, I'm just showing you how you can cut the melon. So anytime you're cutting anything big like a melon, always cut it and then get a base so it sits firm. Yeah, so it sits firm. So that when you try to cut it, you don't cause any accidents. Try not to do anything like that, like this, because you're going to cause an accident. So you've got the melon into wedges like that. And then once you've got into wedges like that, you can start slicing that way if you want to, okay? So the best way to do it for safety reasons, we're going to slice it like that, slice it like that. As a chef, I could just go around, cut it down because I know how to use a knife, okay? So what I'm going to be doing here is just taking the watermelon. So the watermelon and the seeds, everything goes in there. Everything goes in there together. Okay, and for some reason they say this drink helps cleanse the body. So if you're a diabetic out there and you want to start reversing your diabetes, bring your sugar levels down, one of the first things that you need to do, you need to cleanse the body, detox the body. Okay, detox the body is so essential. So what I've got there is the watermelon, and what I done today, I roasted off my pumpkin seeds. So I bought a 2 tablespoons of pumpkin seeds in there, 2 tables and a bit. You know, I like my pumpkin seeds. I like it roasted because when it roasted, it gives us such a flavor and an aroma. It really, really does. Those kebabs look delicious, delicious. Okay, so I've turned the fire off under the kebabs now. And then what you can do, whatever dressings that you've got, you just put some dressing on. Yeah, so then it will just absorb into it, which is very, very nice. You could do a separate dressing for the fish one, separate dressing for the meat one, and for the cheese one. That's totally up to you. Okay. All right. So let's make this juice now. When we make this juice, we're gonna blend it down. Okay. Okay, that's blended down. All right. So from here, with this juice now, if you want to add anything else, you could add a bit of spirulina to that. You could add some cinnamon to that. You can add some moringa. You could add some turmeric to it as well. All these other additional things you can add to it to help reduce the blood sugars. With the moringa, helps you reduce blood sugars naturally. Cinnamon helps reduces the blood sugars naturally. So there's a turmeric. Yeah. So these are different things that you can use for your drink. If you want to make, when you're doing your own okra water or your bitter gourd water, like I normally do, you can add some. You can add some of that water to this if you want. So that's our juice. I don't. How does it taste? So it's a melon flavor. So oh man, oh, you need to roast your pumpkin seeds. Oh man, the pumpkin seeds gives it a really nutty flavor. That is wonderful. That is wonderful. I'm looking forward to that. But remember, guys, this drink is a cleanse. Yeah. So when you drink it, make sure you're at home because it's designed to clean out the body. Yeah, designed to cleanse the body. Okay. So when you do this for the first time, just double check. Yeah, how you feel with it. Anytime doing something new with certain foods that's supposed to cleanse your body, when you take it in moderation first to see how your body feels. So that's how I drink. Salad's done, kebab's done. Yeah. So let's start building this now. What I'm gonna do, because what they do sometimes in the restaurants, this is gonna be like a platter, but don't forget what I said. You can make smaller kebabs for individuals. Yeah. So I'm gonna build it as a big one. Yeah. And you can use it as a sharing plate as well. As a sharing plate. So when I talk about sharing plate, I mean you and your partner sitting down at a table and you both could have the kebab together, have some salad together. And this salad looks beautiful. I think that the combination of the turmeric and the beetroot comes together very well. So you can have it in one of these. You could have it or you could have it as a side salad. Wow. So if one of you, if you're in a couple, one of you is a vegetarian, or one of you is is not vegetarian, or if you're both into meat and fish and everything, you could just have it all together. So we're going to build this together now. That's the cheese, the meat, and the fish. That's awesome. Oh, look at this, look at this. And as you can see here, it's only been not for about 5 minutes, but you can see it starting to open up like a flower. You see like that? Because the water brings it out. It does. Once it gets cold. That'd be nice. In the end. Okay. Ooh, this looks good. This looks good. Guess who's coming to dinner? Okay, and then if you want to serve extra dressing, you can on the side. Or you can serve the salad, extra salad on the side as well. And you got the drink here. Whoa, this is exciting. And then I got the drink here as well. You can see that. Oh, we used to make so much of this. Ah, it smells so good. Okay. Looking for a nice cup to have this juice
These
in
look
now.
good, Lyndon. These look really good.
Nice
Can
drink.
you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear, loud and clear.
Wonderful. Yeah,
Oh,
these
so we've got the drink here as well.
okay.
So we've got the pineapple drink here as well. But with the pineapple drink, what you do with it is it's probably nicer when it's probably cooler. It's cool. It probably will be. So just a reflection of the pineapple drink that's there. Okay. So this is the TID kebab platter today. As you can see, selections of kebabs on here. You got the halloumi kebab, the vegetarian kebab, and the meat, chicken and Polish sausage. And then you got the prawn kebab here as well. And you got some dressing on the side. You could also serve with your, afterwards, you could have the watermelon and pumpkin seed drink, yeah, as a cleanser as well. So that's what we've done for today. Yeah, looks awesome, brilliant, nice colors, and looks tight, lovely and edible. Really, really does.
Fantastic. That looks so good.
Yeah,
Again,
it smells good.
again, Lyndon, you have surpassed yourself in making me feel very, very hungry, even though I have eaten before the show this week just to prepare myself. But again, the food looks so good. So I want to thank you for cooking that, and I hope that those who are watching at home are inspired by the menu and are inspired to be cooking healthily for their lives and for themselves and their loved ones throughout the duration. As we're coming out of lockdown, there's still some things, there's still a lot of uncertainty around health and what we should and shouldn't do. So the best thing for us to do is to try and eat as healthily as we can. And that is what Lyndon is showing us what to do. Those kebabs are absolutely lovely. So guys, as we always say, we want you to stay safe. Take the remedies, take the recipes even, apply them, try them, and see how you feel. You can contact us. Both the details are attached to this recording, so you can contact us directly and ask any questions that you like in regards to the food and the Inspired Diabetic. But for now, we have come to the end of the show. Lyndon, would you like to say something before we log out?
I would just like to say thank you very much, Yvonne, for today. Thank you very much for tuning in. And you know who I am. I'm Lyndon Wissart, author of the book, The Inspired Diabetic. My website is inspireddiabetic.com. And yeah, until our next edition, thank you very much. Blessings.
Wonderful. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. We are now at the end of the show, so we'll be back at 4 p.m. next week, Thursday, for another edition of Let's Cook with Yvonne Michelle and Lyndon Wissart. But for now, we want you to take care of yourselves, look after, stay safe, and more importantly, eat well. Ciao for now.